I'm gonna make myself a cup of Good Morning America. Y'all want some? Here you go, boys. Hey. Good Morning America.
Thank you. We're kidding, man. This stuff's got the sting of the 48-hour blend.
That's right. It's the best goddamn coffee you're gonna get anywhere, buddy.
Welcome to the hallucination known as Coffee with Curmudgeons. Around 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday. I'm your host, Doc Normal. And with me is not Carl Rod, but Jason Allen.
That's the best goddamn coffee I've ever had in my life. Let me tell you.
Maybe I should have taken out the expletives.
All right, we'll do it. This is the best coffee I've ever had in my life.
I question my choices, but that's okay. I just thought that was a rather curmudgeonly intro.
Very fitting, yeah.
Mr. Carl Rod and his extremely...
little cup of Good Morning America.
Extremely strong Good Morning America in the trailer park that he manages somewhere in the outskirts of Twin Peaks. That is the great actor Harry Dean Stanton.
Oh, yeah.
So how are you doing? Oh, I should say we're here with Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Hey, there he is. There he
Exactly
is.
here, yeah.
Guys, what's going on?
Not much. He's back into his house, as all the youngsters say.
Oh my gosh.
This house.
That's
my Jack Webb moment
yeah,
in the morning.
Maybe I should have adjusted your camera too, Jason.
Oh.
Why don't I do that while you get us up to speed? What's going on in the news? So here's my theory.
Yeah.
Is it's Friday.
It's Friday.
And I shared this theory with you on... we should say welcome Periscope and live listeners of all types there.
Yeah.
Especially, hi, Apple.
Right. No, it was Monday.
Yeah. Well, no, it's Friday too.
Well, yeah.
So anyway, my theory is, my prediction today, Jason, is that I think we're going to have another resignation firing before the end of the day. I predict before the end of the day or by the weekend.
Right. It always usually happens like literally 2 minutes after we go off the air.
That's right.
It's like, boom. It's like, oh.
Well, my prediction is that Steve Bannon
goes bye-bye?
Goes bye-bye.
Ah.
It seems ripe for it. The reason is he gave an off-the-cuff interview to some sort of news organization.
He gave another one that
Why don't you
posted
tell us
this
about
morning.
That while I actually live adjust your camera? People will see it shake.
Well,
I'll make sure it shakes a lot so it looks like cinema.
Cool. Yeah. But is that what they call like POV or something like that? It's like, anyway, no, Steve Bannon, he just right out of the blue, right? He decides he's going to contact and go figure, it's a real left-wing, magazine and site, right? It's been around forever. Was it the Progressive Standard or something like that? And he calls him up and he says, hey, and he never once did he say it's off the record. So the guy's like, ooh, this is going to be gold, And so he starts, he's going on for like half an hour on everything from the wars inside the White House he talks like, it's almost like when someone talks like a third person, like they're the president, I'm going to make these changes. Al Haig, don't worry, I'm in control.
Wait, so he pulled a Scaramucci.
He pulled a mooch on roids, man.
Right.
And so that went out there and everyone was like, oh my God. But this morning, right?
No, he didn't get into his, as Scaramucci had once suggested, his pleasuring habits in the White House.
Right. He didn't get as colorful as the mooch.
No. Okay.
Yeah, but he was still, more tyrannical, less creative
More.
than the mooch.
That's
You know?
great. I like that description. More tyrannical, less.
Creative, because
Come to our burger joint, the Curmudgeons Burger Joint. More tyrannical, less creative.
right, because I mean, the first thought you're in your head when you hear the band is like, oh my god, he's like a Pol Pot Jr. And then when the mooch says, it's like, damn, is that even possible? You know, and so, but yeah, no, he also gave another interview. I guess he's been given a few interviews. One leaked out this morning. And this fits right into what we're talking about right now, because he has assured everybody that his position in the White House is completely safe. That's what he says. I'm not buying it.
Well,
I was so cynical last night, right? And because we were rapping back and forth,
Right.
And I had that whole, the world sucks. We're gonna die in a flaming heap in a ditch, right? Real stuff, a rosy outlook on life, right? And Doc's like, hey.
Well, my theory,
It's gonna take care of itself,
It really does.
It's
I mean,
gonna do that.
the reason is I say that is because I see a lot of mainstream, deep state Republicans,
Circling
members
wagons?
of the GOP,
Yeah.
yes, circling like wild hyenas, going after their prey. And we've known we've had we've had McCain, Ryan, McConnell, and as I pointed out, not only earlier in the week or over the weekend? It's just one big giant tsunami of whatever. You don't even know what day things happened. But for example, there was a moment on Twitter or wherever where that president called out Mitch McConnell for health care and all that.
Yeah.
Do you recall this? I'm not dreaming this.
No.
And of course, Mitch has his spies within the White House cabinet.
I never even thought of
As
that until
known
you
as
mentioned.
his
I'm like,
wife,
right?
the Secretary of Transportation. Is she?
She is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, she was infamously. She's an Asian gal. She was standing next to Trump.
With the horrified look.
Next to
Yeah. However you
pronounce that name. They were flanking Trump in Trump Tower behind the gold as he came out to give an impromptu press conference about infrastructure and transportation. I should get that look. Take Jason's camera. Just look. You're giving that look.
Infrastructure part got hit over the head with a shovel 30 seconds into the press
devolved
conference.
On late Tuesday afternoon into a diatribe about Charlottesville. And I hadn't seen it until after we did that thing on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, that got a little feisty.
It was fairly.
Anyway, so I was watching that because I was like, I got to watch this because something went down and everyone's coming in and just shaking their heads and people are on Twitter. I mean, Congress, everyone's freaking out. On Facebook, and you guys were freaking out. Everyone's freaking out. And I sat and watched the whole bit. And all I could imagine, I saw the president basically, here's my shovel.
Right.
I'm digging. I'm digging a hole.
Yeah.
Digging a bigger hole. Digging the biggest hole I can find to put myself into this. And then, here's my gun. Gonna shoot one foot off. Gonna shoot another foot off. Heck, let's take the legs too. I mean, that's basically my assessment of his confrontational press conference with the media.
Right.
And it was beyond, you're the mainstream media, you don't like me. It was just, he walked back. He walked back what he had walked back on his comments on Charlie. And this is all the are you going to come out and denounce Nazis?
Right.
And KKK and all of that.
Yeah.
And he walked it back. I mean,
he walked
and
back
all
his
of Congress, GOP, of course, Democrats, but these guys in GOP Congress were like,
right, face palm.
are you kidding me? I mean, this is just
I can't tell you if I've ever seen another instance of someone walking back their walking back.
Yeah.
It's really
walking back.
Walking back.
So when I saw that, digging a shovel, and boy, I mean, and you got pundits on Fox News. Forget about MSNBC. You know what they're going to say, right?
Yeah.
CNN.
Yeah.
Actually, Anderson Cooper had a real good one in response. But Shep Smith on Fox News,
right?
he was just like, "What is going on here?"
One of the few lone voices of sanity.
There's more. Charles Krauthammer, not known as Mr. Liberal, and I can't remember what he said.
Has he gotten just pummeled from the right whenever he says something that goes against the base?
It's far. No, but the base. Okay. So sorry, we're talking politics, but my point is that the more you dig a hole, the more the door is opening and you're on your way out. And there's a lady in waiting.
Now, is it a ditch or is it like a Las Vegas out in the wilds mafia early 70s hole in the desert?
Off the highway, I tell you. But it's kind of like, does he, does and there was other comments on the from the Nazi folks that were just like, some guy was like, well, wait until we get in the real guy we want in the presidency that doesn't have the daughter and son-in-law that he has. You go figure that one out.
Right.
I mean, it's impossible. Right. So anyway, but we have a lady in waiting. The guy otherwise known as Davy of Davy and Goliath. Look him up. Just two pictures. But that would be the vice president, Pence, who is a politician. Who what I know people don't like him or whatever. Liberal views and all that, non-liberal views. But he is a politician.
He is a party conservative. So yeah.
You don't think Pence is going to walk out and say, "Oh yeah," he's not going to take that. He's had years of experience.
Yeah.
And so, I just think they're circling. And I think the number one thing I said to you was, do you really think this guy is enjoying himself right now?
No, he's angry. He's frustrated.
Yeah.
This is not what he signed up for.
Yeah.
You're right. He would be rather back in his tower in Midtown Manhattan.
He went to his tower for the first time since his, I think, official presidency because of the vacation and the renovating the White House and all that stuff. So he shows up at his tower, which is where home, right?
Lair.
Yeah, and it's much more fun to be head of the Trump organization, a small organization doing your Trump things, than your job as a politician is the media, crafting the message, and all of these things. And I'm telling you that the GOP, what I see, and you keep saying the base, and I'm like, this isn't the base. This is radical. Okay, here's the other thing. And the other thing we got to talk about is this.
Okay.
As soon as all this went down this week, I think the biggest story that went down is we had this council. We had two councils.
3 now. This morning, another one. The one he was forming. You get a load of this. This week was supposed to be infrastructure week. They were putting together this infrastructure council, and he canned it even before it even got fully formed and functional. So I can't imagine Mitch's wife is too happy this morning because any talk of infrastructure is just...
And like I said, that must be a real House of Cards sort of a thing,
right?
And go home at night, and I don't know her first name, but Mitch McConnell's
Elaine
wife, who's a transportation secretary. Mitch are getting ready for having sharing the cigarette like in House of Cards, Claire and the Underwoods, and it's like, what do you think? Well,
they're laying on their bed, right? Yeah. And they got their hands like this, on the pillow. It's like, so, honey, hey, how was your day? And she's like, well, let me tell you, behind in the West Wing. Oh, that's great. You're right. They're sharing the cigarette. Yeah, do tell.
Planning their
Bannon said what? Yeah,
planning their mission to oust the president.
Right, yeah.
So you were all down last night. And I was like, are
snarly.
you kidding me?
Yeah.
turn on the pundits on Fox. Now, Laura Ingraham, what the hell was that? Laura? Come on. She's defending it. It's like, are you kidding me? And Krauthammer's like, about where he just took his wheelchair and run into her. I mean, no offense to people in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
But I mean, this guy is not Mr. Liberal.
No.
No.
I
don't think he hangs out with our buddy from Saturday Night Live, who's a senator.
Right. It's like the guy from the Weekly Standard, Crystal.
Yeah.
I mean, when he...
Oh, yeah. These are deep state GOP folks. And so here's the thing, folks. When the CEOs walk out, and they have to, and what I was telling you is this is all money. American politics is money. We've learned in this last thing all about the deep state. That's all money. It's military contracting. It's government contracting. It's high tech. It's the Apples and the Microsofts and the Googles of the world.
Right.
The other thing that happened is immediately people on social media started identifying these guys with their Walmart tiki torches. Actually, I had someone friend message me and goes, I didn't see the picture. What's with the tiki torches? It's like, well, there you go, but the tiki torches and all that. And they identified, it's like, oh, where does that person work? Where does that person work? Let's contact their employer, right? And that's fair. I think.
Sure.
And there's too much liability. I know, I've been in big corporate America. Just settling that liability and getting it off is way easier than dealing with the aftermath. And it's like the Google situation that we had with the guy who wrote the memo, Google, and he's probably going to sue him, and they're probably going to settle and whatnot. But my other example, Uber.
Yeah.
I mean, when the big money comes in and goes, no, this is hurting business. And these CEOs who sat on this manufacturing we're talking the likes of, first it was Merck's CEO.
Yes.
And he left after Charlottesville. And the key piece there is he's African American.
Yes.
And he was followed by Under Armour's CEO, and then Intel. It just and then
snowballed
after
and then
that, Trump got ahead of it and just disbanded the thing. But the bottom line is there was no council anymore. These guys were dropping like flies because it's a bad look. We're not going to be doing this. This is bad for business. Because if people start going, you know what? You sit on that council and there's this racist, this. And here's the thing. Politics is the art of perception. All right? Whether you can argue whether
shaping narrative.
The President Trump is a racist or a bigot or whatever. I mean, he has a Jewish son-in-law and his daughter converted to Judaism. I'm not so. I don't know. But perception. It's the perception in politics. And that's what politics. That's what politics is. That's the definition of it.
Optics.
I mean, Obama gave great speeches and made you feel good. That Syria situation, kind of a mess there, Barry.
Sure.
but he's a politician,
right?
And so this is just again, I just saw a shovel and a hole being dug, and everyone jumping like flies, and like we say, follow the money. I'm sorry we're politicking right now.
That's
but
right.
We might as well. It was a big day, big week in politics, as every week is.
And it's probably not going to let up anytime soon.
So my theory is, and then Bannon's been, he gave this article. There's been rumors that things aren't going well. We've got that General Kelly in there. I don't think he's too down with the Bannon, right?
No, he's not.
He wants to whip.
Yeah, he wants Bannon out of there yesterday.
And so what Trump can do, sacrificial lamb to clean up his own mess, because I feel that that's what Scaramucci and Priebus, that's what that was. It's like, okay, I'm going to take the heat off me. You're fired, right? The big guy in charge might screw up, but he's going to get rid of a minion, and that's classic. Yeah. I don't know what you want to call it.
For a while last night, right, when I was in my cynical funk, I'll call it, right, I started thinking, what if though he's like a petulant dude, right, a petulant guy who's been feel like he's been pulled into a corner and he's frustrated. What if that's his line in the sand? Like, I refuse to fire him, because I'm just not going to do him. I'm Trump. I'm not going to fire him.
No,
but you're right.
He already said weeks ago in interviews to the press, he gave that famous. Trump said, and here's a little writing on the wall. I didn't know Steve Bannon that well, and then he came onto the campaign later,
disavowing.
And so already, it's like
Bannon never heard of him.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to fire his son-in-law,
right,
or his daughter. That's inner circle. But
you like how they got out of Dodge real quick?
Yeah,
going on vacation. See you later. Bye.
I mean, how can you not just come out and anyway, that's so I just think I go down the chess game 2 or 3 moves down the line. I'm more concerned about the deep state, and I think that money controls everything. Democrats, they've got big donors and money that come in on one side. GOP has more money. It's come to the point, and when you look at the CEOs and stuff, it's come to a point where we have 2 parties. We don't have a diverse political system. Let's put it this way, which I don't think is good for America, but that's okay. Like other countries might have a more diverse political system. But it's got to the point where those parties are such money machines, and you have to have $500 million to run a presidential campaign, right? Yeah, thereabouts, $250 to $500 million.
Well, right now, tomorrow there'll be more.
300 to some $1 million.
$300 to $500.
$300 to $500 million if you want to run for president. That's what it's going to cost you.
Right.
Where'd the money go, Hillary?
Right.
Sorry. But anyway, so thing is these big companies and this big money, they've got 2 options, or both options, and that's the definition of the deep state, of the corporatocracy of the United States, and Trump is an outsider to all this. We see him. He came off as an industrialist, as a business guy, and that's what people liked about him. Right, and I'm not talking about alt-right people. I'm talking about average people, Wall Street people, those people who voted for him. Right. It's like, a businessman. Yeah, let's get a businessman in there. Let's drain the swamp. Let's do all these things. But the thing is his business is all the Trump organization, the Donald Trump brand. And even as president, how did he end his Charlottesville thing in the Trump Tower? He walked out and they said, "Are you going to Charlottesville?" And the first thing he said is, "Yeah, I've got a house there. In fact, I've got the biggest vineyard there, the Trump vineyard." Right? Like
selling his wine.
It's like, okay, and
got trouble right here in River City with a capital T that rhymes with wine, and it's anyway.
And you can say we're being critical, but again, this is politics. This is very amateurish, I would say. Yeah. And I think the GOP, and I think the true base, and we're talking, you're talking about mom and pop out there, middle America or the South. I'm talking about the base of donors that are writing the checks. And, you don't think Paul Ryan or Mitch McConnell and these guys, do they care about some guy down here out there
Main Street?
No. They take the calls from the guys who are writing the big checks for their campaigns. And in fact, supposedly, and I need to look into this a little bit more, but when you're on a committee, like you're a senator and you're on a committee, you pay into that.
You do.
To the party.
You do.
Folks, when your senator is sitting on the
Ways and
Means Committee, the Military Committee,
Armed Forces, Energy,
the Judicial, your congressperson has raised, and we're talking, these are expensive things, like into the mill, depending on how powerful it is, into the mill, I think. they have to raise money and write a check to the DNC or the GOP to get on that committee. It costs. Can you believe it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So you think mom and pop, and I don't know if these Tiki Torch guys seem like nice, young, clean-cut men. No.
Clean cut.
No. It's like Mitch McConnell, I got to pay my dues on this committee here, and so I need to raise some funds. Okay, well, we'll get to you how much you need. Checkbook out here.
But they're wearing polo shirts. They look so nice.
Anyway.
Well, you know what got me out of my...
So sorry about the politics, but...
No, it's all good. You know what got me out of my cynical mood late last night? It's the weirdest thing. The little thing you sent me of the guy saying all the movies and music and everything sucks.
Yeah.
That and one cupcake turned it all around.
Cupcake.
Yeah. Wife hands me a cupcake and says, cheer up, Bucky.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, okay, cool.
Well, I mean, I thought I was making some pretty strong arguments, and I think
Yeah.
I'm making them right now.
Yeah.
Is that,
Yeah.
And again, those checks can go into one of two coffers. One of two. And so, believe me, the GOP, I don't...
I had a momentary session of being overly cynical and because what really got to me is when after Trump said all that, basically agreeing with white supremacists and white nationalists, getting on Facebook and seeing like some of his Kool-Aid, the Kool-Aid drinkers. Yeah. He's right. It is all about the statues. And I'm just sitting there, I'm just like beating my head against it. Come on, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going down that rabbit hole.
Well, yeah.
And so I got a little cynical.
Yeah, the political debate has turned into statues and what statues do you keep? And he floated the idea. Well, what's next, George Washington?
Yeah, change the
Jefferson.
narrative because
Well, that's what you do.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work politically. But anyway, but I
digress.
Follow the money, and we'll see who's in the presidential cabinet firing squad.
Right.
By the end of this weekend, or today or this weekend, and I think Bannon's on his way out. I do. Because I think that will take care. That will be their response to that look, that presidential alt-right look.
Right, the spring fashion.
Yeah.
And it's got a hood
Springtime for Trump.
Right.
At the Trump Tower. But anyway, I hate to. I'm sorry to get into the politics, but we will talk about the other thing later after sports because we have a new segment.
We do.
I know. I'm excited.
We do, and
I did get that thing from you, right? Somewhere I got that file.
Yes, I sent both of them to you.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
in the messenger, right?
Yes,
good. Because I just got to pull it down because I didn't do it last night. But we got a new thing where we award a special award a week.
Right.
And it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not your putts of the week. It's not your DB of the week or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. And we've got our first award winner. I should have told the guy on Twitter.
Oh, well, he'll find out.
I was going to. I was actually going to. That didn't happen. I was actually going to. Yeah. But I didn't. But that's okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We will identify people. I think people that are, I mean, we have we can go into it later.
It's
so you had a cupcake.
I did. She hands me a cupcake. I'm starting to giggle because of the, all movies, post millennial or crap. And I just started. I started chuckling a little bit, and she knew everything was all right with the world again. Yeah. Okay, here's a cupcake, kid. Go sit in the corner and watch funny videos.
So, unusually, I had donut yesterday. Donut, yeah.
How was that?
It was excellent, top notch. So there's this place that opened up just recently It is these two gals opened up this little donut shop. It's all vegan donuts. It's called Dough Donuts. I haven't posted it to Instagram yet.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, vegan, whatever. But it's now I really don't eat donuts hardly at all.
Sure.
But these were some of the best donuts I've ever had. They were moist inside perfectly. You know what I remember of donuts?
Yeah.
When I growing up and had donuts growing up, and and I ended up going, what is this crap? I remember you bite into a donut and it just be just like kind of dry cake in your mouth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Dry cake in the mouth.
Yeah.
And it's just like disgusting.
Mm.
And that to me is just like your typical donuts, right? These things, it was like not that at all. These dough donuts over there, and look them up. DOE, like a doe, like a deer.
Oh, a female deer?
Mm-hmm.
Ray, a drop of golden sun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just imagine Trump Tower and everyone in dirndls and lederhosen
Right,
walking around.
it's the Von Trump family
the
singers.
Von Trumps.
Right. So long, farewell, ears and good night. Adieu, adieu, and you.
That will be the song that they sing as he resigns.
As he's walking up to Marine One on the helicopter. Yeah. So long. The Von Trump family
We've
singers.
Changed our name from Trump back to Drumpf.
I can't believe you made the lederhosen out of our curtains.
Gold curtains.
Gold curtains.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be sweet. Anyway, so these donuts, they were really, really perfect. They were so filling. I mean, they had all kinds. They had a s'mores donut, but I can't. It's too rich. Rich for my blood. I mean, I couldn't. This was like still kind of in the late morning hour. It's like I'm not going to do that. So I got the closest thing to like plain type donuts. Right. The first donut was called French toast.
Ooh,
yeah,
provocative.
Yeah, so it was like a French toast. It was like, it was kind of a plain donut with sugar on it, but probably a little maple flavoring in there and all that, and it was perfect. And then the one I remember good jelly donuts or whatever, and they had this one called a black currant.
Ooh,
and it was like black currant.
Yeah.
Toast and butter. That's what they named it. I'm just giving you the name there, and it was just a donut with black currant.
Wow.
On top.
I'm looking this up right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, I could pull it up, but with a little sprinkle on top.
Yeah.
And black currants are like I love black currants. They're sweet, but they're tart.
Yeah.
They're one of those dark berries.
Yes.
And so I had that, and it was like, I had like a quarter of each to taste, and then I had another quarter of each. I ate like half of each donut. That was it. I had the equivalent of one donut, but it was so filling. And they had really good coffee too. Damn good coffee. And that was it.
Was it a good cup of Good Morning America?
No, it was better than that.
Gotcha.
Way better, but it was a fantastic donut. I'll pull it up on the web here and show you some pictures.
And where are they located?
They are located 82nd and what is that? Is it Foster or something like that? I'll have to pull it up.
I think I saw Powell.
Powell, thank you. It's 82nd and Powell.
Gotcha.
So I'll show you a picture. And again, these are vegan, so they don't have dairy or
gluten.
They do have gluten-free.
Excellent.
They do have some gluten-free. Yeah. I don't think all of them are, but some of them are. So,
I just missed it. In the background over your shoulder, there's
They have Grubhub, by the way. I don't know if that's a thing or whatever. Oh,
they have headlines and it said Trump moves something.
Oh, really? Well, we're gonna look at the headlines. Yeah. So here's your dough.
Here's your
donuts.
Here's your dough.
Let's look at donuts.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, that looks like they're s'more. That's the s'more donut right there. Oh. Yeah, I couldn't. It was a little bit.
Oh, look at that guy.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's some pictures. But these ladies,
Wow.
These make the ice cream. They've got some sort of ice cream sandwich thing. So I highly recommend it. So there you go. There's the dough donut right there. That's their main house donut. So there you go, donuts. And again, if you like donuts and don't worry about the vegan stuff or whatever, just check them out. You will like them. Oh, there's the ladies. They're young gals, Crystal and Carly. Where now are they located? I'll give you the address. They're kind of they're kind of in a little strip mall over there off of 82nd and Powell. It's an interesting location.
Yeah.
I can't find the address, but anyway.
Yeah,
It's across the street from there's a Asian baguette banh mi place, and they've got some of the best banh mi I've had in Portland. Across the street. So you keep banh mi. You can go to the Dough Donuts. You could actually, if you're over there in the Dough Donuts, you can go to and get your checks cashed in your Western Union money.
There you go.
And then you can go on the end and buy some lingerie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a full day.
And 7-Eleven. All in
7-Eleven.
one strip mall.
Right.
Don't need anything else.
No. It's like get your big giant Coca-Cola over here.
Right.
Get your Western Union money and your payday checks cashed.
Right.
And grab some donuts and then pick up some lingerie for the wife.
Little variety.
It is. That's a full plate, man.
That's all in one strip mall.
Wow.
Oh, there's a cellular place, of course, too. You can get your burner phone.
Yeah.
Because you might need to get your burner phone to call up your lady friend to go, hey, I got you some lingerie and some donuts.
I'm coming over, baby. Yeah.
Now that I'm saying this, I'm sure these Carly, they're going to be like, oh, thanks for the promotion there.
Right.
I'm just saying.
He's
You
coming.
can go across the street and get to Bon Mai.
He's coming quick. Flip the sign to closed.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a nice little piece of corner of heaven there,
Slice.
Portland, Oregon, on 82nd.
It's a little slice of heaven.
Yeah. No, this place is good. Go there. You will. And they were doing good business, too. People were coming in and
Nice.
there were these two ladies, workout clothes, yoga pants and stuff. Both very thin, figured ladies, right? Not, very like it's like, what do you...
Lean and
You don't
athletic.
look like... Yeah, lean and athletic. You don't look like you... And they came in and it's like, we just want to get one of everything. We've been waiting for this. It's like, wow. So, treat
One of
yourself.
everything.
Treat yourself.
Right.
Some of us treat ourselves more than others, but yeah, treat yourself. So there's the donuts. Okay. Now that we got that,
I love that. Some of us treat ourselves more than others, and you flashed it to me. I'm like, yeah. Guilty.
Well, Jason, I wasn't thinking of the donuts. I was thinking of the lingerie.
Oh well, who doesn't like a good teddy on a,
Oh yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning, everyone.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yes, we're gonna turn this into a Feel Good Friday. I think what we should do is Doc should look at his internets for a minute, and see what's going on. And in the meantime, maybe we should, because it's Sports Friday.
Well, it is. We got to get caught up.
Do we actually have sports?
Oh, we do
to talk
indeed.
about.
Oh yeah.
So
we got plenty.
We do sports on Friday, mainly when Jay-Z
is available.
Yes.
Right. He's manning the sports desk, man.
So let's go to the sports. So Jason and Jay-Z sports. What do we got?
Oh, Jay-Z, what's going on in the sports desk this Friday? Things are popping. There you go.
Well, I'll tell you what we got.
All right.
We got a little bit of NFL news with Blake Bortles.
Wow, in Jacksonville, right?
Jacksonville, yeah. They're saying they should have brought somebody in to compete for the starting job because he is just
sucking it
tanking right now.
He's 4 years in, right?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years in.
Yeah.
See, they could have drafted anybody in the draft. They could have taken anybody in free agency, including Nick Foles, Jay Cutler, Mike Glennon, Brian Hoyer, anybody to push for the starting job. And
Osweiler, too.
Osweiler, exactly. And I got some stats for Bortles. It says that he has turned the ball over more times, 63, than anyone else, and thrown the second most interceptions, 51 in the NFL over the past 3 seasons.
Wow.
He is 11-34 as a starter, and with a win percentage of 2.44, of any quarterback taken the top 3.
Yeah.
So that's pretty bad. That's
horrendous.
Yeah. And I hear the fans were booing him during the preseason game.
Really?
Yeah.
You've hit rock bottom when you're getting booed in preseason, you know? Yeah. Dude, all I'm doing is stretching out. What are you guys booing me for, man?
Yeah, he's not doing so well. So they got to find somebody to push for the starting job, or at least take over for Blake Bortles. I saw a lot of potential.
I did too.
In him when he first got drafted. Yep. I mean, he seemed like a good pickup for the Jaguars.
I thought so too.
But hopefully he can get his stuff together, man. Get his head on straight. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got to just unleash that potential.
I wonder if he got a Vinny Testaverde. Kind of like when you're a good quarterback, because Vinny coming out of the University of Miami. I mean, he at that time prototypical pocket QB.
Sure.
And he had just gotten hammered when he got drafted by Tampa Bay. I mean, he get tackled left and right, and it's like throwing him to the wolves. It ruined him. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering if that's what happened to Bortles, because Jacksonville, they're so desperate to win.
Yeah.
We got this high draft pick, man. We need to get him out there, and we need to get the ball rolling. And then he just gets hit 15 ways from Sunday, and it's like, and then
all those hits taken, takes a toll on him.
Yeah, so I don't know. Blake Bortles, though, you're right. I thought he was going to have a pretty decent career. I thought, wow, he's got the tools.
And he came out at UCF, University of Central Florida.
Yeah. He came out of Central Florida, the Knights, and he had all the tools, man. I mean, everyone thought that this kid's going to be maybe the dark horse guy, right?
Definitely.
And it's sad that's not panning out for him.
Well, got more football with, my University of Oregon Ducks.
Oh, of course.
And just the other day, Willie Taggart, head coach of
Sweet Willie T,
the Oregon Ducks, says there's no intention to redshirt anyone right now for the incoming freshmen. I think that's a great idea going forward. Gives a message to recruits saying that, hey, if you are good enough to play, we're going to play you.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like that with the former head coach and their staff. It was red shirt, you're not ready. But I think this is a great idea in sending a message to the recruits. Say, hey, if you compete every day, and you'll play.
Right. Yeah.
So, and then we got about 8 days until college football kickoff starts, and
that's Florida State, right?
No, that is.
No, I thought that was No. I was thinking, and that's in like a few weeks. It's I think
Florida State and Alabama.
Right.
Yeah, that's going to be a great game.
Right.
That is going to be one great game. You can't miss that one.
No.
But week 1 we got Oregon State and Colorado State. That should be a exciting game.
Beavers Rams. Yeah.
And then week 2, we got September 2nd. We have the Oregon Ducks playing Southern Utah. So that's their kickoff date, and then the week after that they're playing Nebraska.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bellwether game.
Yeah, exactly. So
interesting.
Yeah,
interesting. Well, I'm excited.
I know. I can't wait. my mom and I we're excited for college football and
Right.
and cooler weather. So
Right.
Anyway.
Hey, as a pasty guy, I could concur. I'm waiting for cooler weather too.
I think we all are. Just a little break from the weather. So
Yeah.
It's not that hot, actually. I was just going to say it's humid as all get out, and we're experiencing it right now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not 100. It was 100 back
Yeah.
in the day. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like in the 70s and the 80s.
80s, yeah.
I mean, that's not, but it's like 90% humidity. It's bad.
Right.
We don't like that.
Bad.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so anyway, we got some Kevin Durant news.
Yes, I was going to mention that.
Yeah. Him saying that I don't agree with what he disagrees with. I'm talking about Trump and that he would not want to visit the White House.
Yeah. Yeah, he had some strong language.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, his quote was like, I don't respect the man that's in the White House right now. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wow, Kevin.
Same with LeBron James.
Yeah.
Taking shots at President Trump.
The funny thing is, he has quit. And I mean, he is in the orange one.
Mm-hmm.
He has quit inviting teams. Did you know that the Golden State Warriors haven't even been invited yet?
They haven't?
Nope, they haven't been invited.
and they're not going to be.
You know why? I was thinking when they were talking about it, I was rolling on in here. I was like, I wonder why. And it's like because it's when Tom Brady said he wasn't going.
Really?
Yeah, and I guess Brady knows Trump
Pretty well.
pretty well, and I guess Trump got really butthurt when Brady said he wasn't showing up, and so evidently he just doesn't want to. Forget it.
I
No one's
bet you
coming.
Brady was a Trump supporter.
I thought he was too.
Yeah.
I thought he was kind of
As well as
sympathetic.
Bill
over him.
Belichick.
Right, well, Darth Belichick, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Cheney sit around never mind, I can't get into that secret society stuff. But anyway.
But yeah, Kevin Durant not wanting to go to the White House. I wouldn't
Yeah.
either. I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
But
I would love to get now is it Steven or Stefan? I always call him Stefan. Stefan.
Yeah.
Curry. I want to get his take on it because he seems like a nice, amenable guy,
Mm-hmm.
but he's got to have some problems with it.
Yeah.
So I'd love to get his take on it. Like, well, it's you are visiting presidents an honor. You went yada 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 tradition, or it's like, nah, I can't do it. So I don't know. Interesting.
I feel like he'd have the same opinion as Durant and
Yeah?
James. Yeah.
Because if he came out and said something, that would carry a lot of weight.
Oh,
I
for
mean, that
sure.
would make news big.
For sure. Yeah.
Stefan, I'm gonna have to file that away. Stefan
Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be saying that periodically during the show here, just to practice.
Just call him Steph.
Steph Curry.
That's the,
Okay, I'll do that.
Or a nickname, Chef Curry. Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. So, moving on, we got some Dwight Howard news. Man, that guy has bounced around from place to place, and I think he's finally found a home
Okay.
in Charlotte. He knows the head coach and Steve Clifford,
Right.
and I believe they're going to give him the ball a lot more than
Or the Hornets.
in the past. And and
Are they? No, they're the Bobcats now. The Hornets. Are they? The Hornets are.
yeah, I think it's
I'm having a brain problem.
it's the
this morning.
Charlotte Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets. Okay.
Yeah,
Then what's the Bobcats? Did they ditched that, didn't they?
I think so.
Okay.
So the Charlotte Hornets, and then we're probably thinking of the New Orleans Pelicans.
Ah.
Yeah, because they switched.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
they changed names. So
Yeah, I know. Usually I know this, but this morning it's like the fog of war, man. I don't know. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Gotcha.
but yeah, no, Dwight's really never found a home in any of the places he's been to,
But yeah.
including
Or
Los
what-
Angeles and
Yeah,
Houston.
Orlando, right?
yeah, Orlando.
Houston. Did he ever go to Houston?
Yeah, he went to Houston after L.A.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Atlanta, and then Charlotte.
Dang, he's on tour.
So, remember the days when he used to be really dominant defensively? I mean, he still is, but not at the level
He was a
he
shutdown
once
guy.
was. Yeah, exactly. And he was the guy of the team
Yeah.
back then. But I think With Steve Clifford and the Hornets, I think they're going to give him the ball more, and he might be on the brink of where he was a few years back.
Interesting. I have to keep a lookout for that.
And Lonzo Ball, Ben Simmons.
Oh no.
Some news on them.
Yeah.
Vegas odds for NBA Rookie of the Year are pretty great for both those two players. Now remember, Ben Simmons was injured before the season even started, so really this is his rookie season.
True.
So
yeah.
I don't know what's your take on those two.
You know, with all the antics of the ball guy, it's really hard to see through to. I mean, because there is talent.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, with all the facade of the Alonzo Ball thing, I don't know. I don't know. I think that if he applied himself, if he ditched or maybe get his dad to ditch a little bit of the ego and learn the NBA game, he could
Yeah, definitely.
he's got the
talent. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, brother.
What's going on, man?
Hang on. Remember how I was saying? Remember what I was talking about earlier before sports? I'm getting a message from one of our crack curmudgeon team.
Excellent.
Bannon has resigned, left his post, according to the AP.
There you go.
We'll be looking this up. Go back to sports. So Doc's doing research. So you can go ahead. Go back to your sports. Go ahead. Just
continue on.
Just saying. Y'all owe me money.
All I gotta say is, touche.
Mm-hmm.
Touche.
Anyway, back to sports.
Back to sports. Now back to the sports desk.
As a bigger outlook, how do you think Ball's and Ben Simmons' career are going to pan out? Do you see them all-star level or
eventually?
NBA championship contenders? Winners.
I think, but I don't know. I don't think neither one of them have the spotlight Jordan guy that can take or Curry take the team on the shoulders and
just
go.
Drive. Yeah.
But I think both of them can be a part of a kind of a coalition team that can make some noise. To me, with Ball, pretty much like I said before, it depends how he adapts to the NBA game and how much of his ego he can drop to make it happen. Because if it's like just give me the ball, it's not going to probably work out real well.
Yeah. Someone like Westbrook who just demands the ball.
Exactly right.
He's not going to win like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll see. I mean, it's one of those. I mean, nowadays, you look at him and you can say, man, this guy's got a, and then it turns out, so I don't even try anymore. I'm gun shy, man.
I'm done. I'm done.
I can't do it.
I can't do it anymore.
I can't do it.
So some Portland Timbers news. We got a big game tonight. Against the New York Red Bulls. It's at Providence Park. Yeah. 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Eastern time, and that should be a good game. Still a lot of injuries, though, from last game.
Yeah, and I was just looking here on the Timbers. So we got the Timbers on 5. Slot 5 in the Western Conference. So they slid to number 5, and the Red Bulls are
fourth.
in the Eastern Conference. So, who's out? Do you have a list?
Yeah,
of who's playing?
I do.
It's not looking good. Right?
No, there's a pretty good chunk of players that are out right now. For the Timbers, it's Jeff Atenella, Viatuas, I can't even pronounce that last name, Lawrence Alom, Laris Malbiala, Olivas Powell, David Guzman, Diego Chara, Sebastian Blanco. The list goes on, but you get the idea. There's just a lot of people out. It should be a good game. They're projected to win. The Timbers are projected to win by 1 goal.
By what?
By one.
By one goal.
By 1 goal, yeah.
And the final score is 1-0. Oh, okay. They were right.
Well, it could be, I don't know, Jason. It could be
2-1.
2-1.
3-2.
Yeah. 5-6. 11-12.
Hey, this is a fun game.
But anyway, it's a big game for them.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. Yeah, I got it set to DVR. It's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Is that on the...
It's going to be on Fox Sports 1 and MLS Live in Canada, but we're not in Canada, so we don't have to worry about that.
Nice.
Oh,
So,
Canada.
All right.
but anyway, I think that's wrap up for sports. That's really all I got right now. So,
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
but
As the breaking news goes, everyone's getting their notifications.
I'm just trying to gloat on Twitter right now.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
I just sent out
Steve
the
Bannon.
as I predicted at the start of our live show.
Right. He's done. And for once, they did it before we went off the air.
Yeah, I know, right?
They couldn't wait.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. So there's two. Okay, so MLS, we got the MLS taken care of there. I think that Premier League's been kind of starting up. There was an ugly Chelsea match. 2 other ones is I looked here. God, we gotta wait another week for this Mayweather-McGregor thing.
yeah.
Talk about the build-up.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on with that? Do we have any new news?
I do, actually.
Come on, this is the fight of the century.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather was saying that, he had watched the McGregor and his trainer video. I don't remember what his name was, but he said that McGregor fights dirty. Floyd Mayweather calls Conor McGregor extremely dirty in sparring video. So...
Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. When is that fight? Like the 26th?
26th, which
Yeah.
is almost a week, like Saturday, a week from Saturday. So,
I think they should up it, and they should have it live during the eclipse outside.
oh, there you go.
Right?
Yeah.
I think they should have Steve Bannon referee.
Ooh.
That'd be interesting.
Hey.
Spice it up a little bit.
Yeah,
Not
9
like it
p.m.
needs it.
Eastern Time, MGM Grand, Las Vegas, Saturday, August 26th.
Saturday.
So
Saturday.
Eastern Time, right? So that's 6 p.m. Pacific Time.
Yep.
Pay-per-view. What is it, like $100? I want to say.
It's got to be.
I think it's like $100, $99.
You guys want to place bets?
Ooh.
Or we play some bets?
Ooh.
I'm
I'm afraid to. I mean,
I don't know.
I'm kind of off kilter with the whole Bannon thing, so I don't know. Plus, I will tell you that.
I should have placed it.
You
Actually,
would have cleaned up.
I thought about it last night too. I was like, I should bet Jason $1 on this going into the show, and I totally forgot to do that.
Right.
Guys, you should know I'm a...
Honey,
I'm excellent today.
I forgot to tell you, I lost the pink slips to the house in the car.
Yeah.
It's like,
Hey, folks, by the way, you got to play the Powerball. Speaking of which,
right.
$500 million
Yeah.
or something, 500 million. Biggest
I
Powerball.
suck at
Something
the
like that,
lottery.
yeah.
Do you guys remember Sports Action back in the day? It was like you
sort
bet
of.
on the
Yeah.
football. I have the ignominious distinction of going 0 for 71 on Sports Action. I am not kidding. All the time I'd lose by like a half a point. And so forgive me if my betting is a little gun shy at this point on sports, because it turned into a laugh. It's like, and I tried to. I'd get all scientific, Okay, they're at home. The spread is this. I think, this is a winner for sure. And then they lose like that half a point. You missed the field goal, and then.
Damn you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm putting my money on McGregor.
Are you?
I'm going to go big shot.
Big shot, okay.
And put $1 whole
I
on
like
McGregor.
Right. That's right.
Anybody betting for Mayweather?
I gotta.
Yeah, I'll do it. A buck.
You'll do it.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
I'll do a buck.
All right.
Yeah.
I've just been, there's been so much buildup and so much trash talking back and forth. I haven't actually even looked into who I would favor.
Yeah.
For this.
Yeah.
Well,
has McGregor ever fought professional boxing though?
No.
Yeah, and there you go.
So
right.
Yeah. So have you guys seen the movie Great White Hype?
I've heard of it.
It's a movie in that boxing is in the doldrums. The champion, he's like Mayweather. He's disillusioned. He's cocky. He's like, oh gosh, And so they're thinking, man, we need to drum up a fight that will make millions and millions and millions of dollars. So they get this guy who once beat him in amateurs. That's like, what is this guy doing today? And he's got the big gut. He's just out there, working 9 to 5. Yeah, and so the whole movie is about this guy, and they're just hyping it, and they get into the ring, and the guy, the guy they're dancing around there, and the guy that beat him goes. He hits the guy, and you think, oh my gosh, this could happen again. And then the guy just kind of stops. The champ stops, kind of makes this kind of and pow, down the guy, and it's over in 10 seconds, right? And because I remember from that, he's getting out of the ring, and they have Larry Merchant in the movie, and he's like, wow, you knocked him out in record time, and he's like, what did you think it was going to happen? That the guy isn't a boxer. And that's what I think about. I don't know. I could be wrong. McGregor may go in there and flatten, Mayweather.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah,
but I'm placing.
All right, I'll do the dollar.
I'll just.
I'll put down a peso.
I'll sign my life away.
That's right. That's right.
I'll just put all my life savings to this fight. So
that's right. Good news is, hey, someone's gonna win $2. Bad news is, kids ain't going to college. No, but okay, I'll go $1.
All right.
I'll go 0 for 72.
All right.
Sure.
It's
sure.
The gauntlet has been served. Now, I have a last wrap-up sports item.
Go ahead.
You got it? Tiger Woods.
Uh-huh.
Tiger Woods.
It is old news.
See this? No. This was August 14th. Tiger Woods reportedly had THC and 4 other drugs in his system at time of arrest. Yeah.
Tiger.
They got the medical report. You remember Tiger was
toxicology
report. Actually asleep at the wheel on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And the cops ended up doing a little Dewey test, and then they arrested him. And he said that he had a bad reaction to drugs and to prescription drugs. He says he's got this back pain. He's been treating his back. In fact, he pulled out of his last tournament.
I love it.
With the back pain. At the time, Woods told authorities that he was taking Vicodin and Xanax.
Okay.
But this is according to ESPN. Per ESPN, a toxicology report from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office indicated the additional presence of Ambien, Dilaudid, and THC. The chemical responsible for marijuana's psychoactive effects. Now, I mean, the THC does probably some good thing. I mean, that's cannabis, THC, and the cannabis.
Had a bad reaction.
Dilaudid.
I had a bad reaction. Yeah, you had a bad reaction to 4 of them, dude. Holy cow, Tiger.
So, but I think did he go? His comment to this report is that he was treating himself. I mean, he was treating himself, and that he was going to get help, medical help. Yeah, but again, he's had back surgery, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And this is the all fairness to Tiger. I'm not exactly a Team Tiger guy.
Team Tiger.
Since that infamous Thanksgiving weekend.
Go Team Tiger.
Anyway, but whatever.
Yeah.
But he. To be fair, I mean, you have these back problems and stuff and these surgeries, and you go down a spiral. I mean, I don't know, Jason. I mean, you
should have handed to me. Like,
you're in a lot of pain, though. I mean, you can speak to this yourself, and of course, they prescribe this and that and the other thing, and you know.
Yeah, I mean,
So these things are addictive. Good point. A report that I read, because now we have, the new administration and Sessions. Of course, he's going after.
He wants
the
to
THC
ban
and all
everything.
that.
Yeah,
But the opiates are the one that they're really going up against, and that is actually a problem.
It's a legitimate beef. Yeah,
And according to a report I read, the big pharma companies were pushing the opiates, and I'm trying to remember which drugs there. There's several. Vicodin is one, I think, and all that.
Percocet.
That they had a doctor write in a journal. It's in this journal of OxyContin, I think, highly addictive.
Right.
And he wrote in a journal of medicine that, no, there's no side effects of addiction and stuff. And they've pulled this back out and went, wait a minute, this was pharma's little shifty nonsense.
Yeah.
In the journal, so it's like, there you go, and that's they're already and I'm okay with that. I mean, it's like if you fake. Mm-hmm. I don't know, research. Yeah. You go, no, it's not addictive, and then you prescribe it like crazy, and you get everyone hooked. So I think, here's another doc prediction, since I'm 1 for 1 now. I think, it's hard to tell. This one is hard to tell what could happen. And it may not because of political power, but we could, down the road in a few years, see pharma companies go the way of like the tobacco companies, where Congress and that, especially if they've got collusion. Well, there already are class action, and there's laws on the books that say they can't be sued, but there is class action, and people there is a growing what I want to say. Public outcry,
a movement.
And of course, if we have these documents and all these things that show that, hey, guess what, you actually did.
Opiates didn't see that one coming.
I mean, who ever thought that?
Yeah.
I mean, from day one of high school health class, I was taught opiates, which come from the poppies, which then is also your morphine, your heroin, and all that stuff. Highly physically addictive. Highly addictive.
Yeah.
And this is where the OxyContin and the Vicodin and all this stuff come from, and they've tried to synthesize it or whatever, but you know what? It's addictive.
Right.
And they really got to find a better way to do pain management that isn't these drugs. But they make so much money on these drugs that it's...
the doctors get incentives to prescribe it.
It's just
they get bonuses.
It's really a crappy... a crappy way to go, and I think science. I think we're to the point where we can do this. But and start to get rid of this stuff. But I don't know.
We're gonna end up in Big Pharma's doghouse, right? They're gonna, they're gonna have our pictures up there. You too, your picture too. You're in on this, and it's gonna say, these guys are against Big Pharma, and we're all gonna
fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah,
because I think that's part of the problem. Now, here's the other thing about the pharma. Let me just get right on this. Is this Martin Shkreli guy, right?
Yeah, Mr. Gouger.
Right. He's been on trial for this stuff, and I think they've shoved... Pharma has shoved him out there as the poster boy. He's like, look, see, he's a bad actor.
Right. You can pile on him.
A.K.A. Steve Bannon.
Yeah.
Charlottesville... CC, look, that's a bad guy. Let's get him out of here, right?
Yeah.
You always get a fall guy.
Yeah.
So, next week on Coffee with Curmudgeons, Jason will be our fall guy.
Hi. There's no I in team.
No, you know what I'm saying? So, there's the pharma thing. So, anyway, but I think Tiger's like in some sort of rehab or something, and I hope...
After I go 0 for 72.
And that can happen to any sports person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I mean, look, the field is littered with old football players, basketball players.
Yeah. It's like if you got the money, then
boxers.
Yeah. Well, Well, look what happened to Prince, for example.
Sure.
I mean, that's a tragedy, right?
Yeah.
And other people. Well, the Chris
Michael
Cornell,
Jackson, even remember he
Right.
was hooked
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Chris,
Chris Cornell.
Well, and that's like you're like, oh, well, that was just suicide. No. Take a look at the prescriptions these people were on and the side effects. Okay.
Right.
You
yeah.
know, I'm just saying. And was it Lincoln Park?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Right.
That's actually my theory. All those torch-bearing Walmart guys.
They're just all
I'd
on
like to
meds.
see their scripts, please.
Yeah. Interesting.
No, a little Adderall or whatever going on.
Nazis made through science.
Uh-huh. Well, if you have kids and it's like every like 90% of your kids are like, oh, they've got ADD. Oh, okay, let's write a script for a little Adderall or something. Come on, folks. We didn't grow up with that. Anyway,
We just call it hyperactive, right?
pounding away. Wow, we're feisty.
Well,
We're more feisty than Tina Fey.
I pronounced today Feisty Friday.
All right.
It's Feisty Friday.
Well, I mean, we start the show. I predict Steve Bannon's out.
And then bam.
Bam. We
I know.
nailed that one.
You're one for one.
I know.
We got to take him to Vegas.
So Tina Fey,
Yeah.
they're doing this thing on Thursday nights now.
Yes, during the summer here.
Weekend update. I haven't been watching it, and somebody sent me a message. Sheet caking.
Sheet caking, yeah.
I did watch it.
Yeah.
I like Tina Fey.
Yeah.
I like Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Always have. I love that 30 Rock show.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
Like that show. It was all right.
Sheet caking.
She made one comment, and I was like, here's the thing about being funny about Charlottesville is someone
died
in that. So the comedy's a little, that we're talking tragedy here, folks. Someone murdered, if you want to put it that way. Vehicular homicide.
Right.
And so not so much the funny
I see
on
that,
the, and a lot of people are making jokes about these Nazis and the torches and all that, but let's keep in mind that there was a tragedy there.
I gotta tell you, I haven't seen the whole thing. I saw some of the highlights of it when she's done. And
it's about a 6-minute.
But I kind of like the term sheet caking. Yeah,
so what it is, we can describe it, right?
Yes.
Is she goes? It's kind of she had the thing. Was it on 30 Rock? The night cheese, the famous. I think it was the night cheese. I mean, she's real funny that way, and it's kind of the binge snacking that you do either in the middle of the night,
comfort food,
or if you're stressed out about something, which you would be stressed out about.
Hence the 1 a.m. Cupcake.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, exactly. You were cupcaking.
I was caking. I was on sheet caking. I was cupcaking.
You were cupcaking.
I like it.
Caking. That's what you were doing.
Okay.
And so her new. A lot of people usually it's the ice cream in the middle of it. It's like, I'm so stressed out. Have some ice cream.
Yeah.
Middle of the night. So she basically gets out this sheet cake with an American flag, and you just dive in and start going at it. We could probably show a little bit of it, but anyway. So that was kind of the deal with the sheet caking thing. Look it up here. I don't think there's anything else. The only thing I saw about the Steve Bannon thing is in one piece it said something about, he said, oh yeah, this is the typical thing. Oh yeah, I resigned 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
I did that. I like how you always get in front of the thing, except Scaramucci wasn't, though. Didn't they just say, he's fired?
Right, yeah.
Fired.
The mooch.
Wow, the mooch, man. He got a raw deal. Because usually, wasn't it Priebus said he had resigned 2 weeks ago or something? I mean, they always remake the deal there. So we don't have any more sports, do we?
We do not. No.
Okay. I was just gonna see if we can. Yeah, I mean, it was funny-ish. I'm just saying that here it is right here. A little of the. Just show you a little bit of where this goes here. We won't run the sound. This is on Huffington Post. Mm-hmm. There she is. There she is right there. Take a look. It's pretty funny. I mean, the visual's pretty funny. So there's this sheet caking Tina Fey.
Right.
The deal was she's wearing a Virginia. Apparently, or according to the skit, and I don't
Right.
She went to Virginia, which is where the Tiki Torch bit was first. The Tiki Torches, that's where the picture was at the University of Virginia. So, anyway, Trump also announced a cyber command to be elevated at the Unified Combatant Command. So that's some new directive. Okay, here's what cracks me up. Is he retweets Hugh Hewitt. And what's Hugh Hewitt smoking? I thought that guy was a kind of a reasonable pundit, right? Hugh Hewitt? Well, he was in the debates, right? And he says,
right.
Hugh Hewitt says, I spoke to a group of influential California GOPers, influential tonight, longtime activists, bundlers, influencers. Support for Trump has increased. Never Trumpers, elite MSMers, and virtue signalers are persuading themselves that real Trump supporters are deserting. They are not. So Hugh Hewitt does not have the same opinion as I do. Hugh, did you talk to the donors? Did you talk to the money? And I'm not talking the dyed-in-the-wool Republicans or Democrats. I'm talking the guys who are writing the checks. Who's looking good this political season? Who are we writing a check to? So... Anyway.
Yes. Interesting.
So there you go. So we are waiting with bated breath to see if the Twitter account, of course it's not 4 a.m., but if the Twitter account goes off on this Trump thing. Trump tells aides he has decided to remove Stephen Bannon. That's the New York Times right now. So there you go.
Yeah, BuzzFeed also had a thing on the ouster. The thing about it, not to get too political again,
it's a political Friday.
Right, political Friday.
We knew it. We could smell it.
It was in the air.
Yes. We're like Sarah Palmer watching the cheetahs tear apart the prey. Twin Peaks reference, folks.
Yeah, it's in the air.
Yeah.
In the air.
Yeah.
The log lady talked to the owls, and she pronounced that it was a political Friday.
That's right. Well, here's actually this one's on the my front page of Google. Art of the Deal Ghost, and this is what prompted me last night. And then you were all like, and I went. Now this guy has been anti-Trump for years.
Yes.
But Art of the Deal Ghost.
Schwartzman or Schwartz?
Yeah, the guy who Tony Schwartz.
There you go.
And he's the guy who wrote The Art of the Deal for Trump. And after.
Well, you mean it wasn't Trump?
I'm
kidding. Yeah.
He wrote the Art of the Deal. He was the ghostwriter for Art of the Deal. He has not been a Trump supporter. He's had a lot of disparaging things to say about that time he spent with Trump to write the Art of the Deal. But he's been tweeting and saying, Art of the Deal ghostwriter predicts Trump will resign. And I think from what I read, this is where he says Trump's presidency is effectively over. Would be amazed if he survives till end of the year. And part of it, I think, is where I got that sense that he said he's not having any fun, folks. This is not the fun. This is not the comfort zone. So, but we got rid of another
Bannon
guy. So,
well, what I'm interested though is how it went down. Because Bannon's, he's still, even though he's quote-unquote not a part of Breitbart, he is. And it depends what they use that platform now. If he's angry at Trump, does he use that platform to start spiking the Kool-Aid, right? So I don't know. Or does he, is it continued on status quo? Because if there's any acrimony there, I could see that sort of Breitbart being used as a tool to stick it to him. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. Gotcha.
Taylor Swift deletes almost all social media and fans are convinced new music is coming?
Oh.
Huh. Mysteriously deleted almost everything from her Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. This is according to Hollywood Life by Bonnie Fuller, so I'm not sure. I'm just saying this is breaking news here.
Yeah.
Is according to Hollywood Life, Bonnie Fuller. I don't know how reputable this is, but she's deleting all her posts on Twitter and Instagram or whatever. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because, there's been mystery mystery around Taylor Swift. She won that thing too, or
yes,
they
her
took care
lawsuit.
of the lawsuit. Good for. She sued the guy for $1 too.
Yep.
$1.
Yep. And
Could
she
take
won.
him to the cleaners. The guy.
You see,
who
she
grabbed
bet
her.
$1 and she won.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do
But the
that.
guy
I'm
groped her.
I'm going to be
come
0 for
on.
72.
So anyway, I was gonna say here that there was one other thing. $535 million. It was that Powerball. You remember that mysterious collision between a destroyer and I can't remember. It was a cargo ship. I can't
Something like
remember
that,
where the cargo ship originated. Philippines or somewhere.
Yeah.
Top 2 officers on naval ship in deadly collision off Japan are relieved of duties.
Navy put down the hammer. The captain, the XO, and the top enlisted chief, whatever the title is for the chief petty officer guy, top enlisted guy, all of them got relieved of duty.
I just realized I need the Carnac. I need the headwear.
That's right.
Steve Bannon.
Steve Bannon.
Mnuchin.
And then I'll do the ad next to you. Steve Bannon.
Here's another one, too. I mean, just to pile on here. James Murdoch.
Kid
Rupert's kid, who's running Fox now. Rupert, has stepped aside.
Kind of put out to pasture.
And that's the other thing that's going on in Fox is these guys who are getting lawsuits and leaving, they've been cleaning house over there. James Murdoch, head of Fox News, one of the Murdoch kids, blasts Trump on Charlottesville. There are no good Nazis.
Right.
Look, are you fitting the pieces together here?
Yeah, him and his wife also donated $1 million to the Anti-Defamation League.
Yes.
And he urged...
Speaking of which, I read a quick piece. I don't have it here in front of me. The ACLU.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've all... Very controversial because the ACLU protects free speech. And us curmudgeons, we're well familiar with the ACLU. I mean, way before this ever happened, folks, there were Illinois Nazis.
Yeah, Skokie.
Yeah, Skokie. If you ever watched the movie The Blues Brothers, there's a side plot that involves the Blues Brothers and the Skokie, Illinois. I think what was his Art? No, what was that actor's name who plays the head Nazi? Guy from great actor. Anyway, the famous thing is the ACLU went to court and defended their right to do that. And so this has been going on for years. They are free speech in America. And I've always been a fan of ACLU. But they've been getting so much heat lately with these rallies.
Yeah.
And Charlottesville really came to a head. They have now announced that they are changing their policy. And listen to this. This is good. That they still protect free speech, but if your organization is bringing open carry and guns and things like that to your rallies that they're protecting, they don't see that as a free speech move. In other words, they're refining the policy, and I think that this is a good thing and a good trend because in the traditional sense, the free speech is go out there, get a permit. Talk your crazy ideas.
Right.
This is America, okay?
Right.
It's not go out there, march around, have open arms and clubs, and these guys had shields and whatnot. No, that's not that. You're there to incite a riot.
So don't go out there and talk with your crazy ideas in an AR-15.
Yeah. So,
right.
So the ACLU is moving in that direction. I think that's going to be very helpful.
Yeah.
In kind of weeding this stuff out. They
Extremism,
still defend free speech, and I'm one of those people. It's like
I
crazy
too.
person has back in our day. The way it used to work, is somebody would go out with these crazy ideas, like, oh hey, I'm Nazi or whatever. Or it's like, World War II, we Eisenhower, we did that.
The whole D-Day thing.
Yeah, the whole D-Day thing. Just to,
Google.
Yeah, Google it. But what would happen is these people would go out, do their nonsense.
Yeah.
And people would laugh, ridicule them, which is the worst thing in the world. If you want to...
Mockery.
Mockery.
Yes.
And there was actually a couple groups that were doing some new form of mockery, and I'm sorry I didn't have it prepared here, but that's a great way to counteract this nonsense, as opposed to getting into riots and things like that. So.
Satire is a wonderful tool to make other people and things stupid.
Yeah. And
let's just ask Tina Fey.
And that is free speech. Yes, Tina Fey. That is free speech. So, anyway, I had another thing about that. We can talk about that. Probably not Monday, but that
on another Feisty Friday.
Well, that 1945, the theory there was and it happened to come out in 1945. Interesting year that this philosopher, that theory. Did I send that to you?
You did, yes. Very interesting when I read it.
Bring it up here real quick because I want to share it with the folks. Mm-hmm. Just give me. This is the part where you do filler, Jason.
Right. Hello, everybody. How's your Friday going? Yeah. No. Yeah. When you sent that to me, that's actually was one of the things that started turning me around. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times when I get overly cynical, I like to gain some perspective on stuff. And then,
the paradox of tolerance.
There we go. Yeah.
We just have a crappy bookmarking system here in Coffee with Curmudgeons. We just usually we message things and then we have to go dig. Okay. Yeah. This is a thing called the paradox of tolerance, and this kind of goes back to what the ACLU is trying to figure out how to deal with it. It was first described by Karl Popper in 1945 and is a decision theory paradox. The paradox states that if a society is tolerant without limit, their ability to be tolerant will eventually be seized or destroyed by the intolerant. Popper came to the seemingly paradoxical conclusion that in order to maintain a tolerant society, the society must be intolerant of intolerance. Right. That's the paradox of tolerance. And this is something that he defined the paradox in 1945 in the book The Open Society and Its Enemies, Volume 1. So check that out. There's a quote here. A Theory of Justice in this 1971. Should We Tolerate the Intolerant? A 1997 work by another folks. So basically the idea here is if you're open society and tolerant of everyone and everyone's ideas, the bad guys use that and take it over. And I think this is where people get caught up with the ACLU and all that because they're protecting free speech, which is in our Constitution. Right. But again, now they're trying to figure out, well, maybe if we adjust this a little bit. And again, I really, really like the ACLU's take on it. I think that's helpful. Right. The other thing I sent you, I should bring this up here, is the New Yorker cover. Yes. The upcoming New Yorker cover. Folks, you can't make this stuff up.
Which is actually one of 3 magazines that are going to come out with real provocative covers.
This is darn it. Why? Why?
There's the New Yorker, Time, and I'm trying to think of the third magazine. Yes.
Along these lines of Trump and Bannon and Charlottesville and everything else, folks, feast your eyes on this month's New Yorker cover. If you can see that, we can describe it for the folks here. It is Trump in a sailboat, and he's blowing his wind on the sail, and the sail looks like a Ku Klux Klan hood. Yes. That is the cover of the New Yorker this month.
I'm not sure how much that's going to catch the wind with 2 holes in it.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I was like, wow, okay. Yeah. I mean, when it's that bad, that the New Yorker, and you're saying Time and some others are going to come out with
3 of them. There's the New Yorker, Time Magazine. The Time Magazine one basically has someone standing there saluting with an American flag, but the salute is the Hitler salute.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the New Yorker one I thought was very, I don't know, very provocative.
It is. And I like the way the New Yorker uses a lot of art rather than just the straight photograph.
Yeah. It was.
I think
well done.
sometimes
Artistic.
art makes more of a statement like that, than just a straight black and white photograph or whatever.
That's right. Well, folks, let's get on to something fun.
Yes.
We have a new segment. We're working on some stuff, actually.
We're going to turn that frown upside down.
Yeah. But we're working on stuff at Coffee with Curmudgeons.
Let me tell you something. I checked in late last night. I checked in with the crack R&D department.
Yeah.
And they are hot on the works of various, this is like DARPA on steroids.
We got
man.
lots
These
of
guys
cool stuff coming up.
Lots of cool stuff.
We figured it out. And we figured out how you can be with us.
Interactive.
The Curmudgeons.
Right? Yes.
That's right. So as part of that, one of our new features is, are you ready for it?
Jay-Z, drum roll.
Okay.
I'd be like that grandma from Christmas Vacation.
Okay. All right, guys. New feature
Look at that.
this week, and once a week we will name a Curmudgeon of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this. We have a seal now. Even
That's right.
You
It's
didn't
better
know
than
that.
the
This
Good
is all
House.
brand new.
Yeah, this is way better than
Yeah.
Good Housekeeping Seal of
The
Approval.
Coffee with Curmudgeons, Curmudgeon of the Week. We are going to name a Curmudgeon of the Week. Now, this is an honor. Again,
Yes.
this isn't something where you would be a curmudgeon. It takes skill.
Yes.
It takes a lot of
Dedication.
dedication.
Folks, it's more
and intelligence.
intelligence. It is more than just phoning it in, folks. It is a lifestyle.
Yeah,
You've
that's
got to you've got to go into this.
And as a curmudgeon, curmudgeons often formulate their ideas
Yes.
quite well.
They do. Articulation is
Yes.
the key, folks.
They're just curmudgeons. And curmudgeons span all race,
Yep.
age,
Yep.
sexual orientation, gender,
Yep.
identification.
Yep.
All can be curmudgeons.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
So we've got Curmudgeon of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
So the Curmudgeon of the Week is... and again, I should tell us. Anyway, folks, meet... oh, look, I don't even have his name up here. Meet Rob Ager.
Right.
Ager, I'm not sure how do you pronounce it. He's in the UK, and he's a film critic. And this is his video called 26 Reasons Why Post-Millennial Movies Are So Awful.
Of CollectiveLearning.com, and I'm here to talk to you today about why post-millennial movies are generally so bad.
Yes!
Now, I don't mean absolutely all of them. A lot of really, really good movies have been released post-millennial, but generally the frequency of great movies, or even just basically good movies, has become a lot less than it was pre-millennial. Now, for
This guy, and I want to tell you, Rob breaks this down in just under hour-long video. I mean, and he breaks it down. He's got great arguments. Now, someone in the comments, if you go to this YouTube, we'll post it on the feed here. You got to go watch his video, like his video. Somebody did all the time codes for the 26 reasons through the hour. And of course, we're not going to sit here and watch it. You can watch it at home. Lack of economic pacing, over editing, OCD cinematography, OCD lighting, over choreographed action, improper use of CGI, boring musical scores. That was one of my favorite. And it's, you may not agree with Rob, but that's okay. You don't always agree with Curmudgeon, but he makes some very, very good points, and some things that I personally, when watching his video, were like, yeah, why do these movies why do I go see a Hitchcock movie or some movies like in the 60s and go, this is a masterpiece, this is so good, The Godfather or something,
Right.
And he points out in the music score, he goes, I can't tell one music score from that, like I'll take a composer and I can't tell his score for this movie versus his score for this movie. He's like, And he gives the Alien example that I was talking about on Monday. He goes, Jerry Goldsmith, I can listen to his thing for Alien and then go over here and listen to his score for another movie, and they're completely different.
Right. Yeah.
And they set the pace and the stage for the film. And that's one of my pet peeves is I've just... You know, like those Marvel movies and stuff, and it's just kind of... Now, there's exceptions, and...
Yeah.
You know, it's not... This is a generalization.
Yeah, it's not total crap.
An observation of filmmaking in Hollywood today.
Right.
Right? This is an observation. One of my favorites, too, is the over-choreographed action. You know, everything's such a... And it's CGI, usually because... I think it's usually because of CGI.
Yeah.
They choreograph the action. But, you know, action back in the day, well, there were always real stunts and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, ask Steve McQueen.
But they would be... I always liked it when the action in, like, a cop movie or something weird happened. Like a hubcap rolls off or something, and the camera just goes, wow, okay, that was cool.
Yeah.
You know, just weird little things in action. Coppola was good at that in his action scenes in Godfather, right?
Right.
Like when they go, you know, at the end, and the music would be perfect. Remember the music?
Right.
Like when Michael Corleone takes care of business in Godfather Part 1.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
But there was the suspense, right? It was the build-up. Yeah.
And here comes Roy Neary, you know, with the bullet in the eye, and, you know, all those cool, you know, and it's violent, but it was really well done.
Right. Yeah.
So, art and artistic. And I think, for me, David Lynch does some really good stuff. I don't think he's weird to just be weird. Some people would criticize. Everyone's going to have an opinion on this.
Sure.
But in a generalized sense, he makes some really good points and things that I've noticed in 21st century filmmaking.
Yeah.
It's just, it seems like we have such a formula. Over-editing is one of my favorite. He talks about the thing where it's like it's conversation between two people. Like we have here, Jason and Doc.
Hi.
But what we really should have is a wide shot with the two of us.
Ooh.
That's right. But we're not doing it. We're just a podcast. We're not making a film here. This is TV.
Right.
It's different.
Right.
But
we're on a budget, folks.
But it's like the idea of Woody Allen. I've seen this in Woody Allen films. Table. There's the two actors. There's the shot.
Yeah.
And all the drama is in the dialogue, is in the acting.
Right, yeah. I agree.
So there's another curmudgeonly guy, a young filmmaker. And he's kind of a younger millennial-esque. And he did the same thing. He did a breakdown in a blog post. And he takes Elia Kazan and talks about like a wide shot where there's action behind the action.
Right.
And that's important and interesting too. You just don't see this stuff today.
No, you don't. Yeah, because in any good like Western bar fight scene, there's action going on behind the action. It's a panoramic Pier Sixer brawl. And you gotta have it. Nowadays though, it's just you're right. It's a lot of very formula, very cookie cutter. You know, this is the template. This is how you do it.
Over compartmentalization of personnel. Terrible casting, he says.
Ben Affleck, Nick Cage, anyone? Thank you.
He uses that example.
There you go.
Recycled symbols and metaphors, dumb heroes.
Yeah.
Mumbled dialogue. Actually, his dumb heroes and dumb villains. And he gives some examples there. He's like, it's like when I'm sitting there and I'm watching a villain and I already know what they're going to go do. And that's another thing with me. I always like to try and figure out what's happening in a movie.
Right.
And when I sit through a movie and in the first quarter of the movie or first half hour to 40 minutes, I already know what's going to happen. I'm like, come on. Get out of here.
You're right. When you go to movies today, there's never... very rarely anymore do you leave and you say, wow, I didn't see that coming. Wow, like in the scene in Seven, right? The head in the box. I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah,
we're out there in the middle of nowhere, and the UPS driver comes up with a head in the box. That spooked me right out there. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I mean, he gives the example of in Silence of the Lambs.
Right.
Of
right. Yeah, you
Hannibal
didn't know
Lecter's
what's going
escape.
on. Yes.
Which I'm not going to spoil it for you, but he gives some examples. There's a lot of other things. Over reliance on exposition, illegal downloading. I haven't got it. Blitz marketing, dependence on commercial and political advertising. I mean, brand-based filmmaking.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Fake reviews, which is the idea of social media. But he really breaks this down. Again, you don't have to agree with all this,
Right.
but this is the curmudgeonly kind of thing that's out there, and this is again, this guy really lays it out. This Rob Ager is his name. So I don't know. That's the kind of thing that we like for our. Did Doc prepare some music for this? No, he didn't. Does he have music that he could prepare for Coffee with Curmudgeons? Curmudgeon of the Week? Yes, he could. So Rob Ager, how do you say his last name? Ager.
It's either Ager
you
or
are
Ager.
our Curmudgeon of the Week on your YouTube channel. Good job. You raised some really good points.
Now, is he going to
I
get
can't wait for the next person who will be like, why music sucks.
Right. Hey, kid, get off my lawn. This is going to be great.
Yeah.
What about the certificate?
We're working on this.
Yes, it's a
Now
work
watch,
in
he's going to
progress.
review this podcast and go, why did podcasts suck in 2017? Well, look at these
Right.
guys. Yes, we have a Curmudgeons of the Week
That's right.
certificate, so we need to
Yeah.
get
Let's
that.
see. The above.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
The
go ahead.
above is hereby awarded this prestigious award of achievement for displaying exceptional and outstanding virtues of curmudgeonous conduct in the line of duty, and will forevermore be recognized as a. Sorry, it's too small for me to see it.
Recognized as a true and honorable curmudgeon.
There you go.
Very nice.
There you go.
Very nice.
You got a sign and countersign.
Yeah.
I was gonna put down a third signature down there, but I ran out of room. I was gonna put down Jenkins,
Oh, there you go.
just the mysterious Jenkins. But we should put
Yeah.
Jay-Z in there too, because
Yeah.
he's a part of this.
He's all right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll
Yeah,
put that.
yeah, we'll do it. We'll
yeah.
fix it.
Yeah.
We'll fix it.
We'll.
Crack R&D department. They're already hot on that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 We'll get that
Right.
printed out.
Right.
Well, we'll take care of that
That's
right
right,
away
folks.
because we've got a staff of thousands here.
Interns galore. Okay. You ready?
Hence why we have no music and
Right. Here we go, folks. It's coming soon.
yes, exactly.
I had to wink.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, you. I sent this to you and you watched it,
Oh yeah.
and you were in a good mood after that.
I was. I see that turned everything around. That and the cupcake, man.
Yeah.
That was good. And of course, creating like little funny graphics and stuff. I love that stuff. So that set me right on the true path right there. It was good.
Did you see this thing? Back to the news. I saw someone post on Facebook. Okay, the day or two after they pulled down, was it a Robert E. Lee
Yes.
statue
Mhm.
or whatever?
Charlottesville, yeah.
And where was that? That was somewhere.
Emancipation Park in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Okay, and they then obviously it was a bunch of college students, people, and they roped it and pulled it down
Yep.
and just sort of fell apart, whatever.
Yeah.
Of course, people were like, "Oh,
Well, no, wait a minute. No, maybe they haven't
was
ripped
some-
that down one yet. There was one in North Carolina that
I
got
think it was
ripped
North
down.
Carolina.
Yeah,
I think it was North Carolina.
Yeah, yeah.
And so the authorities went to review the video and, of course, charge these people who did this vandalism, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the citizens there lined up around the block to turn themselves in to say they did it.
Making a political statement.
My comment was, I am Spartacus.
Mm-hmm.
This is the I am Spartacus move, where people who weren't even involved with this got together, crowdsourced out the line and say, oh yeah, that was me. I did it. Oh yeah, that was me. That was it. To flood the authorities to say, and I think that's interesting. This goes along with another technique on social media, where when there's a protest or whatever, and the authorities might monitor social media, and people then go check in, so they get a flood of check-ins. So
like
thousands
Standing
and
Rock.
thousands of yes, Standing Rock was actually I think Standing Rock was the one that was
Kind of started
was
it
big,
all.
like thousands and thousands of people checking in. So it's like
Actually, I think it got into 1 million.
yeah. So that like happened on Facebook, so you can sort through. There's probably a way to sort through it though. But I thought that was a very interesting thing. And again, I called it the I Am Spartacus move.
Yes.
Another movie.
Yeah.
That was
It's a kind of social network solidarity. Yeah. I am Tony Curtis, right?
Kirk Douglas.
Kirk Douglas.
Although Tony Curtis might be in it too.
Okay.
But Kirk Douglas plays Spartacus. Now this is the Stanley Kubrick film Spartacus. Apparently there has been a TV series
It's on Stars.
lasted. You ever watch that one?
Yeah, I seen it.
Was it any good?
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, not bad.
Okay.
Fairly violent though, as you can imagine.
Yeah. Well, that was
Gladiators. And you get to see Xena.
Timmy, do you like movies about gladiators?
Right. Right. Oh. If you're a guy, you're probably gonna get excited when I tell you Xena, the lady Lucy Lawless.
Yes.
You get to see her buck naked in it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you get to see Xena. Yeah.
I can't take him anywhere.
I'm just saying. That's they have her.
And that's important. Why? Okay, well, no, let's not even go.
Well, there's a lot of nudity in that, though. I'll say that.
In the Spartacus?
Spartacus, there's a lot of nudity.
It was like a newer show. Like it ran like
a few years ago. They had like 3 seasons.
2000s.
Yeah.
Well, what about Game of Thrones, though? That's all
lot
violence
of
and nudity and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Caligula, anyone?
That's right.
Anyway, follow up. Okay, so we got the eclipse. So follow up on eclipse things. Should I do that first? I've even got things going here.
Are we gonna do a show on Monday? For the eclipse?
I think so.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what I think we're going to be live. We're going to be monitoring. I think. Well, I don't know.
We're going to plant something out there and point it toward the sun? That'd be fun.
Maybe. Yeah, I think so. We're so well organized.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're doing a show. Oh, okay. What time is it? 8:45.
It's a finely oiled machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to Steve Bannon, it got interesting.
Right.
It's been a long
Bannon.
week. So, so the eclipse, we were talking about cameras and the phone and the sensor, and I was saying you need the Pola filter right here. See, show it again.
Okay.
Right. Get one of these for your camera.
There it is.
The Pola, so you don't damage the sensor, and then it gets darker, right? Because you're putting your camera into the sun. So the smartphone thing. Are you going to put your smartphone on there? Business Insider. This is Business Insider. They say there's some debate about whether a quick shot of the eclipse could do any harm to your phone sensor. According to NASA, though, they conclude it's probably fine. I don't like that probably fine. Right. If you're using an iPhone, you should be okay. According to Apple, it's okay to take a photo using your smartphone without a solar filter on the lens, since there is not enough magnification to let in the amount of light necessary to harm your lens or sensor. Yeah. It should be essentially the same for other smartphones with comparable cameras. It's a wide-angle shot, and the sun or moon only will fit in a smallish part of that image. So that's what they're saying for the smartphone. Again, your mileage may vary. Frankly, if you have an expensive phone and an expensive iPhone,
I probably wouldn't want to try.
I'm not so sure I'd want to be like risking burning out the sensor or whatever on your iPhone. But they make a good point. The wider the shot, the more you know.
Yeah.
Now, DSLR and zoom lens users, if you're taking a photo with a more traditional camera that has any sort of real zoom, even a point and shoot, But especially DSLR, you need some sort of solar filter to protect your lens from damage. Okay? These can be obtained from your local photography stores. A filter sheet of number 14 welder's glass in front of your camera, if you can't find a sensor, can do the trick as well. For specific details about the best settings to use, include recommended ISO. You know, I have this thing here. ISO, aperture, and shutter speed. There are excellent guides you can check out by Nikon, Canon, and B&H Photo, which they sent me. I happened to get something in the mail a few weeks back from B&H, and they've been throwing this this pamphlet in there. B&H, the big New York photo supply super house, and they are they've got safety, wear the right, get your correct ISO,
sunglasses,
glasses,
goggles,
and they've got they're talking about the LCD screen. Solar eclipse is not an everyday event. What you do not want to do is spend an entire eclipse event messing around with your camera gear or viewing it entirely through a camera's viewfinder. This was something that I forgot to mention. Or on an LCD screen. That's just they're saying you want to watch it yourself. But one thing, you have the filter on there. One thing, if you can, I would say it would be maybe better to set up your camera and look at the LCD versus through the lens. Now, pro photographers, they're going to have their own methods or whatever, that's fine. But I'm just talking because, again, if you were looking through the glass, that's magnified, and you're basically shooting that sunlight through your eyes.
Right.
Again, this is kind of the thing you need right here. Okay.
There you go.
So check into it, and we're coming up on time.
Yeah.
What else we got here today? I don't know. We can check the news one last time as the breaking news. But yeah, we'll be back doing something on Friday, I think. Or Friday, I mean Monday.
Sure.
It's just this is gonna be fun. We'll go off air and then watch all the news outlets, and there's been some terrorist things, Barcelona and in Finland. Very sad, of course, but I don't know. We'll see.
Taking one last trip here through our
Newswire. We'll see. My next prediction is President resigns on Monday.
Oh.
During the eclipse.
Wow.
No, I don't think that's going to happen on Monday. That'd be crazy if it did, though. Anyway, yeah. So I think what else we got? It's kind of a humid Friday. You got your weekend cut out for you. You got your timbers.
Yep. Got some of that.
Anything else blow up while we've been on air?
Well, Sheryl Sandberg donates $100 million of Facebook stock to charity.
Yeah.
It's altruistic. I like it.
There you go. Right, and you were saying, what did we say? A couple of big donations to the counteract the Charlottesville things. I don't have that in front of me. So anyway, I'm all ready to get out of here on a Friday. Get out a little bit. It's 11 o'clock.
Just about 11,
according to my clock here.
Jay-Z?
One last words.
Yeah, you got any last
final thoughts? Last words.
Last hurrah?
No.
No.
We're just getting ready for the eclipse.
Yeah. So let me get this just to clarify.
Yeah.
You can't look at it at all. The eclipse.
I think when it's at its full apex.
No. No. That's correct.
Yeah.
Basically,
because you're staring at the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's a corona, which is actually very bright.
The flashes and whatever.
Yeah. And so you have to have the glasses that are certified.
So if you don't have the glasses, you're screwed.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You can make a pinhole camera.
Yeah.
But I know we got to hunt for. I still got to get. I heard Fred Meyer and a couple places still had them, and
those glasses
whatnot.
or whatever.
Yeah. I mean they're like they don't use 3D glasses either,
Right.
but they're just paper or whatever.
Cardboard.
Yeah.
So just don't look at the sun.
Yes. Don't ever look at the sun.
Yeah, don't ever look at the sun.
Now I know. Let's see. Portland is the ratio is like 99%.
Yeah. It's going to be close.
Salem is like
It's
100%. Did you know? I found this kind of fact interesting. They were predicting that 1 million people are flocking to Oregon here to see it. I guess there's been a run on hotel and motels. If you'll notice, gas got hiked up at least like 10 cents over the last day or two.
So actually,
and there's this lady, right? And she was looking for a hotel room because she was like going on her vacation, and it wasn't necessarily because of the eclipse. She was just so she's looking for a room. And she used to stay at this one place every time she'd come to Oregon for her vacation. So she went to the, got online, called them up, whatever, and said, hey, how much for the room for this weekend, yada, yada, yada. They told her. And this is just like a budget motel, right? Not nothing swanky, no 5-star stuff. The guy came back with $900 a night. And she was like, this is like a Motel 6, all right? She's like, you got to be kidding me. Come on. But no, I guess tons of hotels are just, they are price gouging. $900 for like a Motel 6, So beware, folks. I did notice hugely increased traffic.
Yes.
Around town.
KGW had it. I'm actually looking at traffic cams right now, and they all... If they're all working, they seem to look okay.
Good.
I'm looking at Salem traffic. Well, this one looks exit 258 there.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm trying to. I guess I can't increase that. Hello, KGW had some. That you can kind of see here if you
little congestion across the way.
Sorry, I don't know why I can't full screen this thing. You see some congestion up here. Check your traffic cams.
Right.
KGW did show some pictures and show some backup. So there is. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I
Good
imagine.
job, check.
I imagine anything after 3 p.m. probably is going to be hairy.
Well, yeah, because people are going to get out on the weekend.
Yeah.
And
get out of Dodge,
so
man.
Probably not a good time for Doc Normal to go down to Fry's in Wilsonville or something like that.
Right.
That already is kind of a mess, and that's I-5 south from Portland. So.
You know what? I feel like a nice scenic drive. Let's go for a drive.
Yeah, no, it's unless you have an actual hotel and you're going someplace, don't just stay put. But there's real concern along I-5 and coming out down to Vancouver. I'm just looking at the road cams. It's looking generally okay, normal. But as we get closer there, I mean, this thing is going to be on Monday.
Right.
So we shall see. But I think a lot of people should be on the roads and getting out and going down to Salem or Eastern Oregon way for this thing. So.
Yeah. I guess there's also been a big run on like food and other stuff. People are like hoarding it like it's the end of the world or something.
It's just gonna be the end of the world.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Cue the REM, right?
Yes.
It's the end.
Yes, absolutely. All right. I'm bored. I gotta get out of here.
All right, take us home. Take us home, dude.
Now we'll see you. We'll in some way, shape, or form. We will see you on Monday. Could just be me sitting in my underwear.
I'll be here.
It could be you sitting in your underwear.
Right. With a donut, like, hey, Doc was right. These donuts are fabulous.
We should get those donuts. They are fabulous. I highly recommend you got to go check them out.
Yeah. I'm going to do it now. 82nd Pal. Yeah. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Pick up some other things there. Okay, folks. I guess we're going to have Carl Rod at the beginning of this, too. So stay safe. We'll see you Monday, which is going to be Eclipse Day. So that's going to be crazy. And there's actually NASA is going to have a really nice live stream there
Right,
too. So we'll probably be watching that online as well.
NASA ain't messing around, man.
No, they spend a few of their billions of dollars. Yep. See you later from all of us here.
Adios.
Adios.
I'm gonna make myself a cup of Good Morning America. Y'all want some? Here you go, boys.
Hey.
Good Morning America.
We're kidding, man. This stuff's got the sting of the 48-hour blend.
That's right. It's the best goddamn coffee you're gonna get anywhere, buddy.